What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again, and today is a special episode, the 1 year anniversary of the course vlogs. I made this channel on November 24th of last year. Check your calendars, it's November 24th once again. We are at Lapeer Country Club out in Lapeer, Michigan. One of the nicest public courses I think I've played this year. Honestly, almost an hour drive from my house, but let me tell you, it was worth it. And even though this video is 40 minutes long, it's going to be worth it, all right? If you guys want to take a break after the front nine and come back tomorrow, watch the back nine, that's totally fine. I get it. When you saw how long this video was, you were like, how in the world is a golf vlog that long? Well, it's 18 holes, not my usual 9, all right? I figured I'd give you guys an 18-hole special at one of what has become one of my favorite courses in the area, Lapeer Country Club. Definitely recommend it, guys. Very good greens in excellent condition. It's not that expensive. I got on today for $19 walking on a weekend. I believe with a card it would have been $27. Obviously, this was like late season rates. Peak season weekend, I believe it only gets as high as like 35 or 37. Don't hold me to that, but that's to the best of my knowledge. Peak season weekend with a cart. Yeah, and it's worth every penny and more, in my opinion. I think this course is excellent. I'm surprised I haven't gotten around to playing this course until now. So, just starting you guys off with our typical bogey. Nothing new there, right? 3 mediocre shots that give me a bogey. So, off to hole number 2, 387-yard par 4. Very tough hole, very slender. Those woods on the right, if you go into those, you are dead. There is a little bit of room on the left, but if you go over there, you're going to be blocked off by the trees ahead. And I hit one of the best 5 woods I've ever hit off the tee there. So definitely a hole that you will not see me do that well on a tee shot very often. This one, I take one less club because the wind is howling towards the green. I chunk it a little bit, but the wind kind of helped me out. It's still up there in the green. I honestly would have rather chipped this ball, though. I mean, look at how far this putt is. Like 80 feet, and I just completely gorilla it. Oh, man, what are you going to do? Just worst possible position, in my opinion. I honestly thought about chipping that ball on the green. I'm dead serious. We will be chipping this shot, though. Green in regulation. 1 putt? Question mark? Yes! 1 putt par. Green in regulation. That is super weird. But we hold the chip shot coming right back just when you thought I was going to make another bogey. Maybe even worse, because that was actually a really tough chip shot. He shoots, he scores! As you can see, I'm very, very happy with that one. Excellent, excellent shot. Oh, man. Definitely hit the highlight of the day so far. Let's hope there are more to come. All right. 3rd hole, 332-yard par 4. Pretty short, although those trees on the right side will swallow up your ball if you're not careful. And that's exactly what they did. Just trickled into that little hazard there on the right side of your screen. Definitely a tough thing to face right after a chip in. So here we go with our third shot here. hitting the sandwich as hard as I possibly can. With how wet the ground was, I probably should have taken an extra club, but it was okay. I ended up just greenside. Pretty tough chip there for Dad. That was actually a pretty good shot. I figured I'd put that in there for you. So here we are. Fourth shot, relatively similar position. So, to the last hole anyway. Oh, and we almost get it again. Oh, man. That would have been nice. That would have been real nice. As is, lightning fast putt back the other way. That's part of the reason why I took a gap, or excuse me, a sand wedge instead of a gap wedge. Because I knew if I was long of the pin, I'd have a way downhill putt. So I took the risk of being short with the wedge, and look where I end up, in the exact same spot.
Oh, that is just rude.
That I was scared of because of that. Honestly, I should be kind of thankful it lipped, because I'm thinking that if it didn't, it would have rolled at least twice as far by. Thank goodness that lip was there to save me. I thought when that puck came off my face, I thought it was money. So, back to 3 over, double bogey. Now a little postage stamp par 3 here. We're going to try to stick one here, try to get a shot back. Or we're going to thin it over the green, either one. Oh, man. Not what we were looking for. I actually was sort of lucky it didn't go in those reeds right next to me. So, as is, pretty tough little downhill chip here. When this came off my face, I thought it was an excellent shot. But as you can see, this green just keeps rolling and rolling. These greens at Lapeer are slippery, guys. If you want to test your putting, come out to Lapeer Country Club. My goodness. And even the pin, I mean, that was a tough pin position. I mean, they had them in pretty tough Sunday pins. It was actually Sunday when we played this round, so truly Sunday pins here. So, I mean, that doesn't take away from the fact that these greens are still super tough. And especially this late in the year, I was really surprised at how well they were rolling. I imagine peak season, these greens are beautiful. Oh my goodness. Definitely the highlight of this course. And then we make our downhiller that we should have made on 3 there, so that's nice. I was not about to double a 105 par 3, yeah. I would have probably stopped filming for the day. And that would have made me miss that amazing tee shot. So, oh man, this game is crazy. Roller coaster round so far, guys. As we thin another shot, and yeah, I was really mad that that leaf moved right as I was taking the club back. It kind of shifted my eyes a little bit. So, definitely looking to get on the green in 2, and now we're going to have a hard time even getting on the green in 3. Tell you, it can change in the blink of an eye. The momentum of a round, the momentum of a hole, your confidence level, anything. And here's another robbery by the green. I thought when I hit that little bump and run that it was perfect. And yet it just rolled off that crown side of that green into the collar. I've been talking about these kinds of shots before, saying that the Wedgeworthies over the years might come in handy here. And what did I tell you? It paid off. Great shot, little bump shot with a 9-iron out there. Dad's like, it's close enough, man. Go ahead and take it. 9-iron worthy. Don't see that every day on the channel. And figured I'd put another one of Dad's shots in here as he sticks this one.
Beautiful shot. 4 feet away from a birdie for Roberto Davis.
Absolutely dialed with his wedge. Let's see if I can do any better than number 4 here. And we do. We're about 15, 16 feet left of the pin. That big bunker, I remember I was in that bunker last time I played here. And I was, like, plugged in the side of the bunker. I took a full swing, and that ball, like, shot straight up in the air and was right about where this ball ended up on this tee shot. So I was really confident with this putt, with that being said. And I just gave it a little too much. And I remember the last time that I played here, I didn't give it enough. So maybe a little bit of overcompensating there, but still a good 3.
Blues for the birdie at Lapeer Country Club 6th hole.
And Dad chokes on making the 2, and then I smear him for it.
Baloney?
I'm being a bad sport, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah.
We both suck at this game.
So it's like that. I can't say that hasn't happened to me, though. It's like that sometimes. So 6 holes in, we're +4, 2 straight pars. Try to keep that going, especially into this wind here. All 3 holes are straight into the wind on this finish to the front 9. This is actually a par 37 front 9 as well. This is a par 72 course. And it's par 37 front, par 35 back. So if I shoot a high number on this 9, it's not as bad as you might be led to believe it is. All right, so made short work of this hole. Great tee shot with the 4-iron, and then a great 9-iron to get onto the heart of the green there. Definitely one of my better holes today. Just a little bit of cleanup left here. And I actually accidentally tapped the ball there. It did not move, though. That's what I was just saying to Dad. Did not move. It just kind of oscillated. It just kind of tilted a little bit. But it did not move closer to the hole. So please do not give me hate in the comments for not counting that as a bogey. I promise it did not move. Dad saw it. So good drive here that almost ends up in some hazard there on the left. When it came off my face, I thought it was going to fade back. I had a little bit of fade spin on it, but almost went into doom. And this one here kind of, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did not address that ball directly on the ground. It was sitting on a leaf, and it was just, I don't know, it was weird. I kind of just had to play it as a bunker shot there. So we're back in play, though. 3rd shot over to the green, over the water. And I thought I hit this great. I apologize.
Misjudged that one.
The shot tracer being before I actually hit it there. I don't know why that happened, but I promise that won't happen again. I thought when I hit it, I hit it great, and I thought the wind would help take it short and left, and I just barely caught too much of it. And then this chip almost rolls in the hole, almost my 2nd chip into the day. And now I'm yelling for it because it's still rolling. Big false front there. But I mean, from where I was, I couldn't have done much better without holding it, because there is a big ridge, like right where Dad is standing is where it starts. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but this is one of the toughest greens on the course on an already tough greens course, if that makes sense. So, yeah, as you guys saw, I smacked that ball up the hill, even though it was only 20 feet. And then I just pick it up because there was water in the hole. Dad told me, don't bother. You got it. You're in. All right, so we're off to number 9 here. Another drive that flirts with danger on the left. And this time I don't get away with it. Ah, man. almost unscathed with penalties for the front nine. Almost avoided all penalties on the front. Oh, man. That hurts, especially on the 9th hole. So, I was hoping to get in at +5. I maybe was a little bit too aggressive there on the tee. Maybe I should have gone with a 5-wood. I mean, it's only 319, but again, with a driver on this hole, there were some dense woods over on the right side that stop at like 190, like it opens up after that. And I was thinking maybe try to put a little cut spin on it and maybe get it on the right side of the fairway, because if you miss hit with a shorter club on this hole, you're toast. And I decided to go for the driver strategy there. It didn't pay off. And it was partially me trying to get a stroke back after the bogey that was almost a birdie on the previous hole to this one. So there's 9 holes there for you. Going to show you one more of Dad's putts here. He got this one pretty close. We both had a good putting day, especially considering how tough these greens were. We had a lot of good ones. All right, so there's 9 holes. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep pressing here. Back 9. Here we go. And 460 par 5 to start out here. Maybe I should have waited to
Nice ball, Ben.
be aggressive on this hole instead of the previous one, and I absolutely crank a drive down the right side of the fairway here. Just got a 6-iron in on this 460 par 5. And I hit it good. I just blocked it, as I was going to say right there. And when I get over to this ball, I was like, how did I even find this? How did I not end up stepping on it? Oh, man, what a terrible lie this was. I don't know if it was partially sitting in a plug here, but what I did was I just acted as if it was 10 yards longer than it actually was. Like, that chip shot was like 30 yards, so I played it as if it was 40 yards, and it worked out okay. We got about pin high here. But pin high does not always mean you're not going to have a difficult putt on this course. This putt is absolutely lightning fast. In the summer, this putt could roll off the green. So, I don't know if I said this earlier, but the Lapeer Lightning D1 state finalist as of 2018, as recent as that, plays here, and they have lightning fast greens living up to their name. So here we go. Huge pressure shot here. As you can see, I barely touch this ball. Just let the slope do the work. Are you kidding me? Oh, and it's perfect! It's in! What a shot! Get back to +5. Oh, man. That was a pivotal shot in this round. Especially considering what's coming up next. Oh, boy. Time for the monster. What do you think about this one, Dad?
Looks like a tough. Well, the wind's in our face.
Yeah, so it's probably playing more like 250.
I think I have to use driver.
Whatever you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do.
With this wind, I think I
Listen, just like that announcer said when John Vandeveld lost the 99 Open, nobody cares how you do it. Just make a 6.
Remember when I got my hole in hole?
It was with a driver, yeah.
The wind was stronger, but it was.
I don't know whether he should or shouldn't have said that. For those of you that have played Lapeer Country Club before, I knew that you knew that this was coming, and you guys were probably like, yeah, good luck preserving that birdie you just made on this next one. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I almost took driver just like Dad did. I went with 3-wood because I hit a pretty good 3-wood earlier in the round on number 1, even though it was a little bit right. That being my first shot of the day, I was actually pretty happy with it. So I decided to hit it again. And it works out okay. We get greenside. And definitely a really, really tough par 3 that I was lucky enough to hit a good tee shot on. For the ladies, this is actually a par 4. So, yeah, it goes to show how long this one is. This might be the longest par 3 that you guys have ever seen in the channel. And I've honestly done an okay job to get to this point. About 5 feet here.
Was to save par and to stay in the lead. Beautiful stroke. That's a real test of intestinal fortitude right there.
I mean,
That
we got
was
another
huge.
ridiculously long one here.
Tell you, staying at +5 after that hole was just, that felt like a birdie. It really did, because it was into the wind. It was probably playing close to 250, and I just hit a 3-wood good, not good enough to get on the green. I mean, it wasn't a perfect 3-wood. I'd give it maybe a 7, 8 out of 10, but just good enough to get over all the danger. And so is this one, as I just barely clear that huge bunker there, as
I think my pitch mark's
showing you
blocked.
guys right now. So another pretty tough hole here. 440, longest par 4 in the course. Luckily, it was downwind, so I piped the drive 290, I'll tell you that. Yeah, you're not often going to see me hit a pitching wedge into a par 4 this long. I've hit, on Sylvan Glen's 9th hole, which is only 5 yards longer than this, I've hit a 3-wood into that green before. So, these kinds of holes can play all sorts of different ways. And I was able to come out on top on this one. And easily the best struck iron of the day so far after that one. I actually laid off of the follow-through a little bit because I thought I had compressed it too far and would have gone into those reeds there. This is kind of a risk-reward par 4, 310, and it's 240 to carry those little reeds to get to that second fairway. And I decided, you know what, I'm +5. We don't need to go birdie hunting here. Let's just be conservative. Try to get this one onto the green in 2 shots, and that's exactly what we do. And a pretty ho-hum par here, guys. Yeah, pretty good leg putt there. My leg putting, honestly, today, it's not been bad. I mean, you can't say that I didn't par it after my first putt on number 2, so I know maybe that was a stretch to call that a good leg putt. That wasn't an up and down. That was a down and up. I don't think you've ever seen that one before. At least I haven't. So I think I remember Ernie Els. He putted from the fringe. It actually stayed on the fringe. And then he putted his second ball into the green. I'll actually leave that link in the description there if you guys want to go watch that one. I know you guys don't want to watch this, though. Water in front and right, and I chunk it. It's like right on the edge of the water, and me and Dad are walking up and down this little shoreline here trying to find it.
All right.
As you can see, Dad poking around, trying to look for plug marks and such. And then doesn't find anything, and we have to drop. Unbelievable. Oh, man. The one thing I couldn't do, I was +5. I had breathing. Not only was I on pace to break 80 up until this point, I just lost all my breathing room. I had some breathing room coming into this hole. Unbelievable. So I just regather myself, just try to focus on this next chip shot, try to get it close. And we compound it.
And he just duffed it.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. I really don't. Oh, man.
Flubbed.
Oh, man. All right. Well, all right. So here's the deal. Let's say we get up and down. That's a double. I'm just going to say it. This chip is pretty good. It rolls out a little bit, but it was still a pretty good shot. Again, just kind of a tuck pin in that front part of that green, just kind of the rough coming into play a little bit. If you want to try to run it up, you kind of can't. So that was actually a pretty good chip shot. I kind of went pin hunting.
And this is an enormous
And it's led
putt.
us to this huge putt.
Oh my goodness.
This is not good.
It's beyond hard to watch.
A triple bogey. Are you kidding me? Oh, man.
Made it a lot harder. It's not quite over.
Oh, man. I just lost it. This is like a month ago, and I just completely lost it on my end. Just watching that hole, it just makes me so frustrated. Knowing that I can't even avoid the Jean Van de Velde. I was gonna say, before I realized that that putt was coming up, I was gonna say that if we double, then we'd have to par out on the last 4 to shoot 79. Which I know is doable, considering there's a par 5 downhill downwind coming up. So, this is as I said, it's not over yet. I don't know if you could hear it, but I said it was not over yet. It's not quite over yet when I was doing this. Okay, now it probably is. But anyways, yeah, guys, I'm just down in the dumps right now. Hang on, give me a second. All right. So, as I was saying, it's not quite over yet because I knew that par 5 was coming up. But I got to tell you, I just lost all of my progress in this round on that one hole. I cannot believe it. I still cannot believe that I screwed up that badly on that hole. On any and you go back and just think about it. Any other hole, that chunk shot just ends up a few yards short of the green, and then it's an easy chip up and maybe a bogey, and you stay 6 over, and you're still going strong, and you still got a good chance. It's funny how it works. The misses come at such bad times, it seems. And then that bogey kind of puts us out completely out of it. As you can see, though, I'm still really trying. I gave this one the full business into the wind. Hit it real good. 220 down to the valley there. This was actually a really wet lie. And I got this one on the green. Definitely one of my best shots of the day. So I was like, you know what? We got one last push at birdie here. If this goes in, gets us to 8 over, and then that downhill downwind par 5 that I was talking about, we just might still have a chance here. This is a huge putt. I don't think I realized how huge this putt was when I was actually playing. And that's kind of why I'm not pissed off here. As you can see, I was like, oh, that was a decent effort. Now, just looking back at this round, I'm obviously going to say stuff that I wouldn't have said when I was playing, so just a tough pill to swallow there. I'm still talking about it like 2 holes later. Completely negating that good 16th. That's one of the trickier holes on the course that I did really well on. All right, so +9. Got to go birdie finish in order to break 80. I know there's a slight chance. I've gotten back-to-back birdies before. I don't know about on 17 and 18. It was probably in the meat of the round.
Usually I won't.
We need a great finish more than ever here.
All right.
I'm looking at the card right
High
now.
draw. Here
I'm
we
seeing
go.
what's coming up.
Think I can do it?
212, par 3, last hole. So I was thinking with how hard that must be, I was thinking eagle here. So I was giving this 5 wood the full business, trying to hit a high draw
Double cross.
I get the height on it, but I don't get the direction. It just did not draw, and I probably should have expected less draw out of the rough, taking some of that spin off that ball. Kind of just a knuckle ball over to the right, maybe a little bit. Hits a tree, comes back at me, and yeah, that's why it only went 140. I was like, dude, you hit that so good. How did it only go 140? Well, it hit a tree and came back like 40 yards. And this one, what else is new? Just a, as Stewie from Family Guy would say, wheat thins sort of shot there. So just kind of wrapping this round up. I know I've got a sad sort of tone going on here. When I look back at this round, I'm actually extremely proud of the way I played today. This was actually 2 days after my surgery where I got my wisdom teeth removed. Probably was not the best idea to go play golf, but you know me, guys. I'm pretty crazy. I love this game, and I'm gonna keep grinding at it until I strike it big. A lot of it's there. All right, let's go to 18 and wrap this round up.
All right, guys. With the condition that I'm in, I think I've played well today. Would you say so, Dad?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, we're 9 over right now. A lot better than the last time I played here, which you guys didn't see because for obvious reasons. So this is what we got left. 212 par 3. And in order to break 80, I need to get an ace. You think I can do it?
Well, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Come on. Wouldn't it be something? 79 while I'm as sick as a dog. Let's see what we can do. All right, 212. Probably play more like 205. It depends in front. We got 5-iron, my favorite club to hit off the tee. So let's see if we can bomb one straight into the hole.
Up to this point in the round, guys, 10 holes at par or better. That's awesome. I need to be doing that more often. And 2 wedge worthies, 1 chip in, only 1, or actually 2 penalties. That's actually not that impressive. But still, as I was saying, I was struggling because of just coming off of the surgery.
Sorry,
I was
guys.
not feeling well, but I played well.
Honestly, I probably should have backed away. I was doing a tango over that ball. Man. Well, I will give you this. If we get up and down, we finish under double digits over par. That'll make me feel really good. On a day where it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds, 25-mile-an-hour winds, 30-mile-an-hour gusts, wet as hell. I don't think hell would be that wet. But whatever. Let's see what we can do, guys. We've had some good chip shots today. We've also had some bad ones. Let's see which side of the coin we come up on here.
Again, just saying we've had some bad chip shots today. It was only 1 chip shot. It just happened to be the most important chip shot of the day, and psychologically you can tell that was still festering. But we can't let that happen. Maybe if I didn't let that happen, maybe I would have played 15 a little better. Maybe I would have only been
I really want
8 over heading into 17, which may have allowed me to play that hole more conservatively. There's a lot of stuff that could have happened today, guys. And thanks for sticking with me, and it was a pretty good round. That we just have to have one last calamity on, huh?
I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, man. I thought that was in. I can't blame it on it not being later in the day because, I mean, it was like 3:40 when we finished. So I don't know if you've heard me say before in some golf vlogs, I'm playing 2 p.m. greens, not 11 a.m. whenever I leave one short, but it's like the morning. And if it was the afternoon, the dew on the ground would have been gone. So there you guys have it, a 82 plus 10. Honestly, in these conditions, I shouldn't be hammering myself that hard. Just pulling the card out here. Still looking at the front myself. 3 out of 9 greens in regulation on the front, 1 penalty. 3 out of 7 fairways, 15 putts. That's pretty strong. No 3 putts. I actually didn't have any 3 putts today. That deserves a little bit of an applause. Especially on greens this tough, this fast. That's great. That's awesome. So going over the back 9, which I've got up on here for you. We start off with a birdie. That's always awesome. Glad I could sneak in a birdie there for you. I know it's on the easiest hole in the course, but still, I mean, that's just me not getting ahead of myself mentally, being like, ooh, easiest hole on the course, time to make an eagle, and then I end up going bogey or double bogey because I underestimate the hole. But you could tell that time I did not. So that was nice to see that. The par on 3 was absolutely excellent. The par on the par 3 11th was absolutely excellent. Overall, 6 out of 13 fairways, 7 out of 18 greens, 1 sub 40, 9. That's awesome. We got a sub 40 with a triple. That just goes to show you how well I played otherwise on the back, guys. I shot a 39 with a triple. That's pretty damn awesome. So, oh man. And I'm looking back and I'm thinking, if that was a par, that would have been a 79. And with how well I was putting today, maybe I should have trusted that, because that pin was tucked right in that front near that water. And I went with a pitching wedge. And if I had gone with a 9-iron, maybe I would have not had that pressure that I have to hit it perfect in order to get it there. And then even though I'd be on the back tier of the green, I wouldn't be wet. I mean, worst we're going to do from the back tier of the green is probably 3 putts. So that's 2 shots off right there. And then you can imagine how much pressure that would take off of me in the remaining 4 holes. So it's all there, guys. And I'm sorry that on the anniversary episode I had to choke again. And it's, when will I ever learn, right? It's like Chris Daughtry's Learn My Lesson song. Well, it turns out I haven't learned a thing. I have learned a lot about my game, though, this year, guys. I have had so much fun doing these course vlogs with you. I am so unbelievably happy with my chipping this year. I've done so much better. My putting stroke as of late has been getting a lot better. Don't think this is the end of anything. Just because this is an anniversary episode, I still got more golf vlogs coming this season. I got one at Fieldstone coming up. Finally, I know it's taken me long enough. Next vlog is Fieldstone. I promise. Look forward to Fieldstone, guys. Finally, it's happening. Oh man, why did it take me so long to get around to it? And I've got a couple more coming too. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you that will be watching this either tonight or tomorrow on Thanksgiving. I wanted to get you guys a video out before then because I don't want to distract you guys from your families and your festivities. I don't want to do that to you. Don't stop what you're doing just to watch me golf, okay? All right. That'll do it for now, guys. This is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.